Hello and welcome back to the Selenide tutorial. Today we will learn that how we can set up Selenide. So let's proceed with Selenide setup. The prerequisite for this setup is we have to set up Java, and then we have to install and set up IntelliJ IDEA. Then we will create a new project in IntelliJ IDEA and will use Maven and TestNG for our first Selenide project. So in order to set up Java and IntelliJ IDEA, you can refer my earlier video, which I have created for in order to set up Selenium. And once you will set up Java and IntelliJ IDEA, then we can proceed uh, by creating our first project in IntelliJ IDEA. So let's proceed with IntelliJ IDEA, that how we can create our first program. So this is IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition, and then I have launched IntelliJ IDEA, and after launch Selenium IDEA, I will go in File menu, and under File menu, so it's taking some time. Let's wait for loading, and then in click File, New, and create new project. In new project, I will write Selenide Mercury Login Demo, and I can create Git repository as well, and I can, but right now I have unchecked this because we are targeting to have a very basic tutorial for IntelliJ for Selenide. So I have select this language Java and build system Maven, and now I will press create. I will use new window so that I can compare Selenium program and the new program which we will create in Selenide. So now project is created and it has launched pom.xml file. So in pom.xml, before proceeding further, I would like to show you that how much it is simple to set up Selenide. So we have a quick start button here in selenide.org website, and in quick start we have for Maven users dependency defined. So I need to copy this dependency from here and paste in my project. I need to create dependencies tag, and then I need to create I need to close this dependencies from over here, and before within dependencies I have this dependency defined, and then I have to define one more dependency, that is testng. In order to define testng dependency, I already navigate to the testng dependency page in under Maven repository, and then I will copy this dependency and paste here. So I have added a new dependency. So in order to have all these, I have to load Maven changes, and then I have to verify if these dependencies are added in my project. So you can see the Selenide 6.14.0 and TestNG 7.5.1 dependency has been added. Okay, so here I have just increased the font size. Okay, and now I will proceed with under test source folder, and under test under Java I will create a new class file which is Mercury Login Test, Okay. So in order to proceed further, what I will do, I will see that how simple it is to write a Selenide program. So before proceeding, I have to copy these import classes from here and then paste in my project, right? And now since I am using testng, I have to add at the rate test. In order to add at the rate test, what I can do, I can simply press Alt Insert or right click and generate test method. It has generated code for me. I can rename this to Mercury Login Test. Okay. So in order to write Mercury Login Test, what steps I have to follow? I have to open the browser, navigate to the URL, enter username, enter password, and click submit button. So in order to open the browser, if you can see in earlier cases, we have to create the ob browser object, and then we have to uh, write code driver.get. But in Selenide, we have a very simple method which is open, and in open method we can provide the URL of the application under test. So the application under test is login Mercury. I am copy paste this URL here. So that's it. So this open method not only open the browser, but it will navigate to this URL as well. Okay, next step, we have to enter username. So in earlier cases, what we need to do, we have to identify the username text field with method driver.find element by dot name. And now in Selenide, you can see if I will click dollar sign and press alt space, okay, control space, it will show me that what uh, possible options I have with this dollar sign. Basically, it's a replacement of driver.find element of selenium in selenide. So by default, I can add CSS selector or selenium selector, but I will use by.name, and in by.name, I need to add username text field. So I have to identify this username text field. Its name is username. So I will copy this username text field and place here. And simply I will write dot uh, set value, and I have to set value uh, test. That's it. So in one line, I am setting value test under username text field, and then again I have to enter a password. I will use by dot name, and I have to identify this password text field uh, web element. So and then set value test, and I have to click submit button. So I will again use single dollar sign. By the way, you can use single dollar sign for in order to find single web element, and double dollar sign, which is equivalent to driver.find elements, and it's a collection. So I need to identify a single web element, so I will use single dollar sign and by dot name and the submit button. So its name is submit. and I have to click on this button, right? So let's proceed how it works. I have run the program. I'm expecting that it will not only open the browser, but it will also set the username and password value and click on the submit button as well. So browser has launched. It is navigated to the login page. Enter username, password. Okay. Now I have to validate in next page. Login successfully is appearing, right? So I have to validate this login successfully text is appearing on next page. So earlier, if you can see in dashboard page, I have to not only uh, locate this web element success message, but also have to get the text and validate that it should match with the expected message text with assert, right? But in Selenide, it's very simple that you can use dollar sign and let's see what is login successfully text message. So I have to locate this login successfully. It's in under H3, so I have to write H3 and dot. Now we have some conditions like should have and should be and should. So let's see that what they are all about. In quick start, we have documentation, and under documentation you can see at, we can use the power of the ID. If I will uh, enter dot sign and write should, it will have all the should options available for me. So what is should basically? Should is basically assertions, and we can write under should we can enter condition. Under should be we can enter condition. Should have should also have a condition. So which should we can write exist. We which should be we can write visible, and which should have we can write condition that it should have text, some text, right? And this should have basically a smart wait in the selenide, and it wait till 4000 millisecond. So let me explain this a bit as well. That this should method is a smart wait up to 4 seconds. So sometimes it happened in Selenium that if page is navigate to the next page, we have to write a explicit or implicit wait. But in Selenide, we have this smart wait mechanism that we can use this should have method or should method in order to wait till page is load. So, so we will use should have, and condition is text, and the text should be login successfully. Okay, so let's run this program. So browser has launched. Navigate to the URL, and once page has loaded, it has entered username, password, and the login successfully. Program has run successfully. So you can see that how simple it is to write a Mercury Login Test program. Earlier, the program was written in almost 31 lines, but in Selenide, we only have write uh, almost 15 lines, and then we are done. So that's all from my demonstration. Thank you for watching.